everyone, and welcome to the Homestead.com. I'm Alexa, where I write about our farm-to-table eating, homesteading, and homemade natural living from our homestead in Duval. I love sharing all of that with you. I wanted to give you a little sneak peek into our life here at our homestead and show you what we eat every day for 7 days. It's going to be a long video, but I hope you enjoy seeing how we manage, my husband and I, working from home and eating our from scratch meals for 3 meals a day, every day for a whole week. It was super fun to film, and I hope you get some benefit from seeing how we kind of come up with healthy meals. Now, I know that cooking from scratch and homemade cooking can seem really daunting if you are new at cooking, or if you're someone who is used to going out all the time if you live in the city. And during this time, we are all at home, and I feel that everyone is learning how to cook if they didn't know already. We love cooking from home because it saves money, and it's something that I just feel like my hands are meant to do. Yes, it's tiring sometimes, but I really, truly enjoy it. So if you're someone who is a little scared about cooking and you're running out of recipe ideas, I will link a lot of the recipes I talk about in this video below because I have shared them on my blog. Now, I haven't shared all of them on my blog, so if there is something that you see me cooking that you want to know how to do, just let me know and I will make a video for you. Also, hopefully this gives you some encouragement that everyone else is cooking from scratch at this time and some inspiration on how to keep doing that with a smile on your face. If you caught my last video, we did a Costco grocery haul and we bought a whole bunch of food from Costco, so you'll see me use a lot of those ingredients here, and so let's dive right in. So for Friday night dinner, I started this video on a Friday. I did a baked chicken and then I seared it on the cast iron. Usually I do a roasted chicken, but I didn't have a whole chicken to roast, so I just took chicken breasts, I chopped up onion, I added mushrooms, carrots, and seasoning, and I baked them with bone broth. Also, I added some sweet potatoes. Kale leaves for our salad. We have this salad just about every night, so you'll see us do this a lot. It's our favorite kind of salad to have. I just add some Parmesan cheese, avocado, homemade dressing. After I cooked the chicken in the oven, I seared it on the cast iron to give it kind of a crispy finish. This is the kind of meal that I just throw whatever I have together, a meat, a vegetable, and a carb together, and it works out just fine. Saturday breakfast, we made a power smoothie. This is something that we make almost every single morning. I love doing a smoothie in the morning because it's a way to check off a lot of really healthy ingredients to start your day. So we have protein powder, greens, homemade yogurt, which has raw milk in it, and a lot of probiotics. A little bit of frozen banana, avocado, maca powder, wheatgrass powder, chia seeds, a date, lemon juice, fresh ginger, apple cider vinegar. I also top the smoothie with cocoa nibs because this is just a little bit of sweetness that my husband and I really like. I bring my husband his smoothie while he's working, I drink mine to start my day, and then we usually go on to have eggs and toast or something like that for like a second breakfast. Saturday lunch, we had leftover tortillas. So I just had some beef and cheese and these leftover sourdough tortillas that I made, and I just threw together another tortilla. So this is really simple, and I have some salsa, I add some fresh cheese, really good. Saturday dinner was really fun. We love to cook a little bit more of an extravagant, if you want to use that word, meal on the weekends because we usually have more time. So we did homemade burgers. So I just took some grass-fed beef, some celery, red pepper, garlic, salt, pepper, and Worcestershire sauce. For the toppings, we just did onion, tomato, and homemade sauerkraut. Also, we made a salad. We make a salad every night with dinner, so it's kind of a staple. We just always have a salad on the side of whatever we're eating. Even if there's vegetables in the meal, salad is always on the table. I also also love making homemade dressing for our salad. This dressing is really good. It's my staple. It's just a combination of olive oil, avocado oil, Dijon mustard, apple cider vinegar, and salt and pepper. Sunday breakfast. We did a fun breakfast, scrambled eggs and hash browns, and we kind of just made them all into one meal. Chopped up some potatoes, added onions, eggs, cream cheese from a local dairy, shredded cheese, and we put it all in the skillet. On Saturday after lunch, I also took my sourdough starter out of the fridge to start a loaf of sourdough bread. Sourdough bread takes 2 days to make, so I kind of just, whenever we don't have bread or we're running low, I start a new loaf. So I don't really plan when we're gonna eat it because it lasts several days. So when I notice that we're getting low, I just bring my starter out, start a new loaf. So Saturday I started a new loaf of bread because Sunday was Mother's Day and I knew that we were gonna have my mom and dad over for dinner, and I wanted to make sure we had a fresh loaf of bread for dinner that night. This was really nice because it was so hot out, and also the chickens love the watermelon rind, and it's a nice way for them to get a cool dose of water, a little bit of sugar for a hot day. Sunday lunch was really fun. It was a picnic that we did for Mother's Day. We didn't really have to cook. My parents said that they would bring all of the picnic supplies, so I just chopped up a watermelon that I had from Costco. Sunday dinner was Mother's Day dinner, so this is a special evening. So I took out the salmon that we had bought at Costco, and these are 2 large wild sockeye fillets. And for salmon preparation, I just do a little bit of olive oil and butter, salt and pepper, and just whatever herbs I have available, and definitely lemon too. So I just cut up some fresh rosemary, I sprinkled that on there. I find that if your salmon is high quality and wild and good, you really don't need a whole lot of seasoning. I also had a whole bag of organic cauliflower that I had bought from the store, and I prepared this in the Instant Pot with the steam function, which I'd never done before, and it was so easy. You just put the cauliflower on the little rack, add some water, and you press steam, and it turned out really well. And then I just added some salt, pepper, lemon on top of that, and it was perfect. I also made a big salad with tomatoes. It was hot out, so it felt like a summer dinner. We ate out on the deck that night, and it really felt like a summer night. Monday morning was a work day, so we just had fried eggs and toast, along with our super protein smoothie. The best part about making sourdough bread is you have toast for the next day. And so I just cut up some toast and put the eggs on top. Now we do have farm fresh eggs, so if we don't have eggs from our chickens, if they didn't lay enough for us, then we just buy some from a local farm. I really think that buying farm fresh eggs and farm fresh everything, but especially eggs, is really worth whatever extra cost it is, to be honest. They're so much better. Monday lunch was so easy. We just had leftover salmon, sauerkraut, and sweet potato. Often when I make things like sweet potato, I'll make extra so that I have more for the next day. Monday dinner was roasted chicken. I take a whole chicken, whole potatoes, chopped carrots, 2 heads of garlic, I drizzle everything with bone broth, add salt, pepper, and herbs. The recipe is on my blog at theduvalhomestead.com. I will also link it below. It's very easy to follow and such a staple in our house. Then I saved the bones to make bone broth. Tuesday morning was oatmeal and a smoothie. Cinnamon and pumpkin pie spice for flavor in the oatmeal, and I top with coconut flakes. It's really good. Tuesday lunch was leftover hamburgers from the weekend when we made homemade hamburgers. I need to make more sauerkraut at this point, so I went to the store and picked up some more cabbage that day as well. I also ran out of bone broth. I used the bones from the chicken I had prepared last night, and I also had a bunch of beef bones in the freezer from the quarter cow we ordered, and from whenever we make T-bone steak or anything like that, we always save the bones and throw them in there. Also, I added some frozen veggies. I save old veggies that I'm gonna throw out if they're going bad and I'm gonna throw them out. I just save them and put them in the freezer, and then I add them to the bone broth. After lunch, I made some dough for sourdough tortillas. It was Tuesday, and sometimes we like to do Taco Tuesday, so I knew that I had to prepare dinner that night and didn't have anything ready, so I made the tortillas so that we would be ready for tacos. Tuesday dinner was Taco Tuesday. I had made sourdough tortillas, and they were fermenting on the counter, and I just ground beef on the cast iron and prepared seasoning. I'm adding oregano essential oil to the seasoning since I didn't have any fresh oregano. I love cooking with essential oils. It's so nice to have them on hand because one drop is equivalent to, like, I heard something like 14 bags of tea. They're very powerful, so if you don't have any herbs, it's a great way to add that pure herb extract into whatever you're making. I love this recipe because you can smell the sourdough throughout the house when you're making the tortillas. Nothing brings people into your kitchen like the smell of sourdough. And also I think I need more cast irons. I would love to have 4 because then I could just do these really fast. Then I made homemade guacamole. This is my favorite. Avocados, lime, garlic. We only had one lime, so I also used some lemon essential oil to flavor this up a little bit. Wednesday morning was the same breakfast, smoothie and eggs. I also got some sourdough ready for pizza for lunch. I just mix up the dough in my bread mixer with a bread hook, and then I let it sit on the counter until lunchtime. Wednesday lunch was sourdough pizza. Usually if I make a big lunch for us, we'll have a pretty easy dinner later, and since it was Wednesday, we like to do Pasta Wednesday. I know it sounds silly, Taco Tuesday and Pasta Wednesday, and we don't do that every week, but for some reason this week we were honoring the holidays. So pasta is such an easy meal for me that I don't really mind spending a little extra time doing the pizza for lunchtime, and plus I'll make extra pizza and then we can have that for leftovers tomorrow. Also, sometimes John likes to barbecue, so this might be a kind of night that I would make a big lunch, and then for dinner, he'll just throw on some steaks on the barbecue and I'll make a salad and we'll have sourdough bread, and it's just a really easy dinner. So I don't load up my schedule too heavy with the cooking, otherwise I'll be cooking all day, which I love to do, but I do work as well, so I can't really do that. We had leftover chicken, so when I make a whole chicken, I just strip the meat off the bones. And I just chopped up and used pesto as a sauce and added cheese. Then I got the loaf of bread ready for tomorrow night. Wednesday dinner was Pasta Wednesday. Wednesdays are usually a tired day for us. We have worked for 3 days and it's usually just a fast dinner. We like to maybe watch a movie or do something more relaxing that evening, and so I don't have as much energy to cook as I do on, say, Monday. I love Pasta Wednesdays because it's so easy to make pasta. I just throw the beef on, throw the sauce on, throw the pasta on, and we're done. Wednesday, I was also getting tired of eating the same salad, so I wanted to make a different salad. So we went out and harvested the kale leaves that are in our backyard. And it was so nice out that we took a little cocktail break and we enjoyed the time outside as well. This is John trying to get the chickens to come as close to him as possible by bribing them with food. Everyone likes to hang out with chickens. I cleaned the leaves up with some water and lemon essential oil, just in case they had any dirt on them or anything like that. Thursday morning, we were in a rush to head out, so this is a very fast breakfast idea. So we did our smoothie as normal. Now, I usually prepare the protein mixture, the maca powder, the greens powder, the chia seeds, any kind of powder, dry ingredient. I prepare that the night before so that in the morning, all I have to do is take that out and throw it in. if you don't prepare it the night before, you have to do it the morning of, and that just creates more work and you're less likely to do it, I find. So I always prepare the night before for the smoothie because I know we're gonna drink it and it just makes it fast. So when we had to head out, we had to go to something that morning, I quickly made us a smoothie to go and we just shared it in the car. And I made a PB&J. We had leftover sourdough bread and I just threw out some peanut butter and jelly and it was really good. And this jelly was from a local farm too. If you can ever get local jelly, it's just so much better than store-bought. Today's lunch was leftover pizza and pasta. And we got another loaf of bread started from the sourdough starter. Thursday dinner was shredded chicken soup. I chopped onions, carrot, and celery. Lots of garlic. And a whole quart of bone broth. We have these freezable quart BPA-free plastic containers that we use for freezing the bone broth. I'll link them below, but they're lifesavers. If you're gonna be making a lot of bone broth, you're gonna want to freeze it. And you don't wanna freeze the bone broth in a glass container because it will break. Trust me, we've done it. So you wanna make sure you're freezing in like a flexible, more plasticky container, and these are BPA-free, so they're safe plastic. And we'll load up and have like 8 of them at one time in the freezer. I also started chopping potatoes for mashed potatoes. I just chop the potatoes up, put them in some water and bring them to a boil, and then mix them in my mixer with some cream and garlic, salt and pepper. I love cooking chicken soup in the Instant Pot because the chicken just falls apart and you don't even need to cut it up, and it's just that really nice shredded chicken, and you don't need to slice it. It's perfectly cooked and you don't have to worry about whether or not it's cooked. The Instant Pot with the pressure cooking function does it just perfectly. I will link the Instant Pot below if you don't have one yet. They are such a great tool in the kitchen. You can do so many things with them, from yogurt to soups to bone broth to rice to steaming vegetables, just to name a few. Friday morning was eggs and toast. I told you we do the same thing every morning. Friday lunch was leftover chicken soup. Again, we always make extra, so we have leftovers. And this is so good, I can just drink the bone broth right out of the Instant Pot. Well, that concludes our 7 days of homemade meals from scratch from our homestead here in Duval. I love cooking for John and I every single day, even when I am tired. Sometimes we have a long work day and I don't finish cooking until late at night, and I'm so tired that I'm not even hungry to eat the meal anymore, and I enjoy it the next day more, and that is okay with me. I wouldn't have it any other way. Of all the jobs I have, this is my favorite one to do, and it's one that I will do forever. So let me know in the comments below if you are that way too. I would love to hear it. Well, thank you so much for stopping by our homestead. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and check us out on Facebook. And as always, if you think this video was helpful, feel free to share it with someone that you think would like it too. Thanks so much for stopping by our homestead.